on the other hand, as I mentioned before, was Sicilian. And so for those of you who have Sicilian relatives or friends, you will know that this is an entirely different kettle of fish. The best way to put it growing up at my house was like, my father, while a great guy, understood that he was nothing more than a passenger in the automobile of life. My mother was driving the car, and she ran the house, and she told all of us what was and what we had to do, what our responsibilities were. And I talk about her all the time. And she passed away 8 years ago, this May. And, you know, all of what I am and the way I approach things can be best explained by this one story about her, that she was diagnosed in February of 2004 with lung cancer. And she was a lifetime smoker. And she was very near death the first week in May, and she went very quickly. And I was in California at a conference as U.S. Attorney, and my brother called me, my younger brother called me and said, listen, if you want to see Mom, you need to get home. She's taking a really bad turn. She's in the hospital, and you got to get home. So I took the red-eye home from San Diego and got to Newark Airport, went to St. Barnabas in Livingston. And for any of you who've gone through losing a family member or friend to cancer, they had started giving her morphine, and you know that's kind of when the end is near. And so she was kind of in and out of things when I got there. And she finally, at one point, came to, and she saw me. And she turned to me and she said, what day is it? And I said, it's Friday. And she said, what time is it? I said, it's 9:30 in the morning. And she said, go to work. And I said, yeah, Mom, I decided to take today off. Taking today off to spend it with you. And she said to me, it's a work day, go to work. And I said, well, what are you, not afraid of not getting your taxpayers' money's worth today? Like, I'll make up the time. Don't worry about it. And she reached over and she grabbed my hand and she said, go to work, it's where you belong. There's nothing left unsaid between us. Aww. Now, you know, it was an extraordinary moment for me because she was giving me permission. She was giving me permission to let her go. Aww. But on the other hand, it tells you everything you need to know about who I am, because that's the way she raised us. She told us that in a trusting relationship, there should be nothing left unsaid. Everything should be out on the table. And believe me, she left everything out on the table. She lived it. She gave us that example. And I know that if she were alive today and she were here, and she were alive to see me become governor, she would say, like, this is a trusting relationship between you and the people of the state. They trusted you enough to vote for you and make you governor. And so there should be nothing left unsaid between you. You should tell them exactly what you're thinking. She used to say to me and my brother and sister all the time, be yourself, because then tomorrow, you're not going to have to worry about remembering who you pretended to be yesterday. And so, you know, she would want me to be myself and tell you. So when you see me doing these things, when you see me calling a legislator a numbnuts, right? Because she used to call me that when I did something stupid, and I called him that, and you know, that's me. I could have called him a lot worse in the state, but I called him that. When you see those things, when you see me down at the operations center during Hurricane Irene, telling the people in Asbury Park to get the hell off the beach, it's because that's what I felt. They were aggravating me. They weren't getting off the beach, and the hurricane was coming. They need to get the hell off the beach. So get the hell off the beach. I tried the day before. I said, you know, everyone needs to move to higher ground to a safer area because a storm is pending. And this is New Jersey, right? So the people are like, yeah. Next day I say, get the hell off the beach. 1 million people leave the shore. These are my people. And so the fact is that we are who we come from. And my mom taught me to be myself and to say what I really think, and in a trusting relationship to leave nothing unsaid. And so there'll be times that I'm going to say things that I think will drive you crazy. And there'll be other times, I hope, where I say things that'll make you say, man, I'm glad someone finally said that out loud. And there'll be all kinds of in-betweens in that. But at the end of my 4 years as governor, you're never going to have to wonder what I think. You're never going to have to wonder about, geez, I wonder what he thought about that issue. I wonder if he felt strongly about it or whether he didn't care. You're going to know, for good and for bad. And at the end of that 4 years, if I decide I still want the job and you decide you still want me, great. And if you don't, listen, I had the most extraordinary opportunity that you can give any person who was born and raised in this state. I was born in Newark and I was raised in Livingston, and I've gotten to be governor of the state where I was born and raised. It's the most incredible honor you could ever give me. And every day when I drive up to that State House and I see that gold dome and I walk in the front door and I see my name on the door, I say, how the hell did this happen? And then I listen, and down the hall, the Democrats are saying exactly the same thing. How the hell did this happen?